यहाँ पे who knows the meaning of quadrilateral? Quadrilateral मतलब क्या होता है, किसको पता है? Anyone who wants to try? Sir, I know quadrilateral क्या होता है. Okay, Urvi wants to answer. Okay, Urvi, we'll unmute Urvi.
So a quadrilateral is a four-sided figure.
A quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. All right. So does everyone agree with her? Anyone who has a different answer? Nahi, sir, I have a different answer. Anyone? Mannat has a different answer. All right. So we'll unmute Mannat. Let's see क्या different answer है Mannat के पास. Yes, Mannat.
So,
Go ahead.
a quadrilateral is a closed polygon with four sides.
It is a closed polygon with four sides. Okay, you can say that as well. All right, that is one more way of putting it. But from what Urvi said and from what Mannat said, all right, we can have one inference for sure. Quadrilaterals means that there are going to be four sides. Quadrilateral means there are going to be four sides. Yes or no? इतना तो सबको पता है ना. Quadrilateral means in every quadrilateral, any type of quadrilateral that you deal with, there are going to be four sides. Yes? Perfect. Perfect. So the word quadrilateral itself, okay, it's derived from two Greek words. First is quad and second is lateral. So quad means four and lateral means sides. So quadrilateral by definition itself, it means any four-sided closed figure is called a quadrilateral. All right. Any four-sided closed figure is called a quadrilateral. All right. Anyone having any doubt in this? Anyone who wants to ask anything? No one? All right. Chalo. So tell me yes or no in the chat box. This figure A, B, C, D, is it a quadrilateral or not? Yes or no? Is it a quadrilateral or not? Yes. Perfect. It is perfect because it is a four-sided closed figure. Four sides there and the figure is closed, so this is a quadrilateral. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So angle sum property of a quadrilateral. Angle sum property. Matlab, we'll just see. So the statement is sum of all the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So that means you make a quadrilateral, let's say A, B, C, D. So angle sum property means if you add all the four angles, that is angle A, all the angles are angle A, B, C and D. Angles A, B, C and D. Sum of all angles, sum means addition. So that means when you add all four of these angles, your answer is 360 degrees. Has everyone understood this? I want you all to write this statement once. So angle sum property of a quadrilateral, the statement and the diagram. I want you all to write this. Okay? This is important. लिख लो जल्दी फटाफट. All right. Done writing? Yes. Done everyone? All right. Is there anyone who's still writing? Anyone who is still writing? Perfect. Okay, no. Done? Perfect. So we'll move ahead. Now, types of quadrilaterals that we are going to study about. Can someone name the quadrilaterals that we have to study about? Anyone wants to try? Sir, I know the quadrilaterals that we have in our portion. Anyone? Okay, Yashita. Yashita, I'll unmute you. Yes.
So we are going to study about trapezium, rectangle, square, parallelogram,
Okay,
kite,
one second. So she's saying parallelogram. Okay, and Yashita. Okay, वापस mute हो गई by mistake. Yes, Yashita, go ahead.
trapezium,
Parallelogram, trapezium, and
rectangle, square,
rectangle, square, rhombus, and last एक बचे. Only one last. Does
kite,
someone know? Kite. Perfect. All right. So the types of quadrilaterals that we are going to study about are parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, trapezium, and kite. So these are the 6 types of quadrilaterals that we have to deal with. Okay. And we start with the most important type of quadrilateral. Okay. So which one do you think is the most important quadrilateral out of all of them? Anyone who has any idea, ki, sir, this is the most important, okay? Aditya wants to answer. Yes,
Sir,
Aditya.
parallelogram.
Parallelogram. Okay, why so? Why? Any reason why you said parallelogram?
Uh,
Hmm. Okay, कोई बात नहीं. But your answer is absolutely correct, beta. His answer is absolutely correct. Okay, it is a parallelogram. The most important type of quadrilateral that everyone has to know about is a parallelogram. ठीक है? So let us start with parallelogram. ठीक है? So definition of a parallelogram is a quadrilateral is called a parallelogram if its opposite sides are parallel. So ये parallel word से parallelogram आया, ठीक है? So what does that mean? You make a quadrilateral ABCD. Who can tell me which are the opposite sides in this? Which are the opposite sides in this? Who wants to answer? Okay, Virat. Virat wants to answer.
Sir, the lines DC and AB are opposite sides, and the sides.
One second. Which sides you said?
Sir, sides DC and AB and sides AB.
DC and AB. Does everyone agree that DC and AB are opposite sides? Anyone wants to say, नहीं sir, विराट गलत बोल रहा है, मैं दूसरा आंसर है मेरे पास. So DC and AB are opposite sides. Perfect. Yes. Acha Virat, is there any other pair of opposite sides as well?
Yes, sir, there are sides AD and BC are also opposite sides.
Okay, so Virat is saying DC and AB are opposite and AD and BC are opposite. Does everyone agree? I'll just highlight these two. So parallelogram, the opposite sides are AB and DC. So they are parallel, and AD and BC, they are also parallel. So has everyone understood this? Yes, that in a parallelogram, the opposite sides are parallel. ठीक है, and opposite sides we know, जो सामने होता है side, so the side in front of AD is BC, so they are opposite. The side in front of AB is CD, so they are also opposite sides. Has everyone understood this concept? Yes. Has everyone understood what are opposite sides? Perfect. Perfect. All right. So AB and CD are parallel to each other, and also AD and BC are also parallel to each other because they are opposite sides. They are in front of each other. Okay? So they become opposite sides, and for a quadrilateral to be a parallelogram, their opposite sides have to be parallel. The opposite sides have to be parallel. Understood? Yes? Perfect. Now, all right. Observe here, AB and DC ये दोनों sides parallel है, हमको पता है because this is a parallelogram. ठीक है? And this line is called a transversal. हम लोग ने 6th standard में भी सीखा है. all right. ऐसे ये C बन रहा है. C form हो रहा है, yes or no? Can you all see? There is this C shape forming between two parallel lines. Yes or no? Yes. ऐसे C shape form हो रहा है, yes. Perfect. So whenever ऐसे C shape form होता है, all right. So that means angle A and angle D, they become adjacent angles, and always when you add them, the answer is going to be 180. ठीक है? So angle A and angle D are adjacent angles. So when you add them, their answer has to be 180. So angle A plus angle D is equal to 180. Basically कोई भी angle हम लोग ने लिया, अभी angle A consider किया. Can you see angle A के side में angle D है? So angle A and angle D become adjacent angles because they are one after the other. Is there any other angle जो angle A के side में है? Yes. Can someone name another angle that you can see जो ऐसे angle A के side में है? Okay, Mannat wants to answer.
So angle B and angle C are also adjacent to each other.
Angle B and angle C are also adjacent to each other. अच्छा, angle A and B are also adjacent ना? एक के बाद एक आ रहा है, देखो A के बाद B आ रहा है. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Perfect. So you can say B and C are adjacent. So you can say angle A and B are adjacent angles, angle B and C are adjacent. C और D भी adjacent है, A and D भी adjacent है. ठीक है? So जो angles एक के बाद एक आते हैं, ठीक है? The angles which come one after the other, such angles are called adjacent angles. Okay, such angles are called adjacent angles, and that gives us the second property, that adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. What does supplementary means? It means when you add them, your answer should be 180. Anyone who has any doubt in this? Anyone who has any doubt up until now? No? Okay, 1 second, Urvi. Yes.
So instead of so can we also write co-interior angles as supplementary?
100% co-interior angles are supplementary. Perfect, Urvi. Very good. Correct, Urvi.
Thanks.
Okay. Yes. Niti also wants to ask something. 1 second, Niti.
Sir,
Yes,
I have
Niti.
a doubt.
This rule of that adjacent angles are of a parallelogram are supplementary. So the sir, this rule also follows in the other quadrilaterals.
When we get to them, na beta, we'll answer this question. Abhi we are only focusing on parallelogram. When we get to other quadrilaterals, we'll do this. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
All right. Any other thing anyone wants to ask? Perfect. So just to sum up, I want one person to say me, and I want that person to tell all the adjacent angles that you see. कौन से angles है जो एक दूसरे के बाजू बाजू में? Okay, Virat has already answered. Aditya has answered. Parth. Parth is a new boy, so Parth को answer करने का chance देते हैं. So we want more and more people to answer. So people who have not answered हमको एक बार chance देंगे. Yes, Parth.
Yes, sir. Angle D and A, angle
Angle
B
D
and
and
C.
A. रुक जा. Does everyone agree? If yes, so type yes in the chat box. D and A are adjacent. D के बाद A आ रहा है, so angle D and A become adjacent. Anyone who disagrees? नहीं sir, गलत बोल रहे हैं sir, मैं बताता हूँ. Okay, Parth, everyone is agreeing with you. D and A are adjacent.
B and C.
B and C. B के बाद C आ रहा है. Perfect. Is he correct in the second one as well? Yes. Perfect. Part 200% majority is जीत गया. Everyone is agreeing with you. Thank you बोल सबको.
Then
Hello.
angle D and C.
Angle D
Hello.
and C भी बोल रहा है ये. वापस बोल रहा है एक बार.
D and C.
D and C. Do you all agree? D and C बाजू बाजू में है. D के बाद C आ रहे हैं देखो. Yes. So they are also adjacent. Everyone is again agreeing with you. Very good.
And there
एक
is
और
one
क्या
more.
बचा?
A and B.
A and B.
A and
And B. A के बाद B आ रहा है. Everyone agrees to this. सबको समझ में आया? Adjacent angles मतलब क्या होते हैं? Adjacent मतलब जो angle एक के बाद एक आ रहा है. After D we have A. After A we have B. After B we have C. After C we have D. So D and A are adjacent. A and B are also adjacent. B and C are adjacent. C and D are also adjacent. Yes. Perfect. Very good, everyone. Very good. All right. So what I want you all to do is I want you all to quickly draw this parallelogram. Just draw the parallelogram and write the definition. Properties मत copy करना ये दोनों. Just draw the parallelogram. Heading लिखो parallelogram, write the definition and draw it. That's it. Heading parallelogram, write the definition and draw it. Yes? लिख लिया? Perfect. All right. Is my voice cracking? No. Okay. So there was someone. One second. There is one student who wrote that the voice is cracking. Beta, I suggest you check your internet connection once. You check your internet connection or your audio device once. Yes? All right. Chalo. Done? Written? Perfect. So, though properties, so we've learned that opposite sides are parallel, adjacent angles are supplementary. Okay. Now we come to the third property. So let us consider a parallelogram ABCD. Opposite sides are equal. Okay. Remember we've just learned opposite sides concept. So we can say a quadrilateral is a parallelogram if its opposite sides are parallel and equal. Opposite sides should be parallel and equal. Has everyone understood this? This is the third property of parallelogram. Yes, give me a confirmation in the chat box. The third property of a parallelogram is that its opposite sides are equal. Yes, perfect. So as we had just learned the pairs of opposite sides, who wants to name them? Who wants to name them? I want someone new who hasn't given an answer. Aditya has answered. Mannat, Urvi have answered. Granth. Granth is a new student. 1 second. Granth. Yes, Granth.
Sir, AB and DC are opposite.
एक बार वापस बोलेगा बेटा थोड़ा जोर से.
AB and DC.
AB and DC. Do you all agree? Does everyone agree? AB and DC are opposite sides. Okay. Everyone is agreeing.
Sir, one more.
One more? Okay. Bolo.
AD and BC.
AD and BC. Does everyone agree? Yes or no? Does everyone agree? AD and BC. Yes? Perfect. So he's absolutely correct. Opposite sides are AB and CD and AD and BC. They are equal. Okay. So when we say opposite sides of a parallelogram, that means they are also parallel and equal. Okay. They are parallel as well as equal. ठीक है, opposite sides का समझ गया इतना सबको? Has everyone understood this? So you can write these two properties as one. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel and equal. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel and equal. Perfect. Perfect. Now, next property, opposite angles are equal. Okay? Opposite angles are equal. Now, how to identify opposite angles? Okay? How to identify them? All right. I'll just give you one example, then I'll ask one of you all to give me the others. Okay? Suppose we are all standing here at angle A. Okay? We are all standing here at angle A. All right. And you look in front of you. ऐसे सामने. Opposite means in front of me. मेरे सामने. ठीक है? So when you are standing at angle A, which angle do you see in front of you? आपको आपके सामने कौन सा एंगल दिख रहा है? You can answer in the chat box. You can answer in the chat box. Yes? Okay, Yashita. Yashita has said me. We'll just give a chance to Yashita.
Sir, it's angle C.
It's angle C. And everyone has written angle C only. Alright, so everyone agrees when you stand at angle A, the angle that you will see in front of you is angle C. So angles A and C are opposite angles. Understood? A and C are opposite angles. Perfect. Who wants to tell me, is there any other pair of opposite angles as well? पहले तो yes or no बोलो. Is there any other pair of opposite angles? Okay, everyone is saying yes. अच्छा. Okay. कौन बताएगा फिर? If there is, someone will have to tell me. Who wants to answer? Tanishka. Tanishka. I want everyone to participate. I want everyone to participate. So Tanishka will answer.
Sir, B and D.
B and D. Does everyone agree with her?
Yes.
Yes. Angle B and D are also opposite. अगर हम angle B पे जाके खड़े हो गए So which angle do we see in front of us? Angle D. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much, Tanishka. So we know opposite angles are A and C and also B and D. And the property states that in a parallelogram, the opposite angles are equal. So angle A will be equal to angle C and angle B will be equal to angle D. Okay. How many properties have we learned till now? 4. First, opposite sides are parallel. Second, adjacent angles are supplementary. Third, opposite sides are equal. And fourth, opposite angles are equal. All right. In a parallelogram, we have 5 properties to deal with. In a parallelogram, we will be having 5 properties to deal with. 4 we've already done. We are only left with one last. Okay. One last property. Okay. Last property is diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals क्या होता है? मुझे तो पता ही नहीं. Can someone tell me diagonal क्या होता है? I don't know. Does anyone know? Okay, उर्वी ने सबसे पहले मी बोला है. विराट ने बोला है. Okay. Anyone else? These people have already answered. Anyone who hasn't answered yet? Okay. Namasvi, should I unmute you? Yes? Namasvi, yes. Okay, Namasvi wants to answer. अभी आई एम सॉरी, मुझे ही नहीं पता डायगोनल क्या होता है. सो लेट्स सी, नमस्वी बताएगी हम लोग को. यस नमस्वी.
So the diagonal is a line that starts from the opposite side, and there are two diagonals in a quadrilateral that
Okay.
are possible. So
Okay.
here, one diagonal that is possible is which starts from angle D and ends to angle B.
So मतलब आप बोल
And the
रहे हो इसमें,
second,
हाँ
yes,
मतलब आप बोल रहे हो if I can join this, मतलब if I join D and B, ये ऐसे, so आप बोल रहे हो ये डायगोनल होता है.
yes,
Yes. Does everyone agree? सही बोल रही है, मुझे नहीं आता, तो you all will have to tell. ऐसे आप लोग ने गलत बता दिया तो मैं गलत सीख के गलत बोल दूंगा फिर तो. Okay. All right. So everyone is agreeing with you. So everyone is saying नमस्वी सही बोल रही है. All right. अच्छा एक ही डायगोनल होता है. इधर डायगोनल्स लिखा है, मतलब आई गेस मोर देन वन डायगोनल होना चाहिए ना. 2 डायगोनल्स होते हैं. ओके. नमस्वी, कैन यू कंप्लीट सेकंड डायगोनल कौन सा होगा?
yes. So the second diagonal will start from angle A to angle C.
ओके, ऐसे.
Yes,
अच्छा, करेक्ट बोल रही है. इसी सेइंग करेक्ट? मुझे नहीं पता. आई डोंट नो. यू ऑल विल हैव टू टेल मी. ओके. नमस्वी, वेरी गुड. एवरीवन इज सेइंग यू आर करेक्ट. And I am also saying you're correct. You're absolutely right. ठीक है? Yes. So correct बोला उसने. So when you join the opposite angles, देखो हमको पता है ना opposite angles कौन से हैं, B and D, A and C. So when you join these two opposite angles, they become diagonals. ठीक है? So these two are diagonals. And जहाँ पे वो meet कर रहे हैं, we can mark that point as O. Diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals तो समझ गया. Bisect मतलब, can someone please explain what does bisect means? I'm sorry, my English is a little weak, so I don't know what is bisect. Yes, who wants to tell? Gia wants to tell. Okay, Gia. Yes, Gia. Hello, Jia. Jia, are you there? Okay. No, Niti, not in this. Not in this, Niti. Parallelogram menu. Okay, there is a one more Virat. Last time we had Virat, only Virat. Now we have Virat Gupta. Yes, we'll ask Virat Gupta. I guess this time
Sir,
Virat Gupta. Yes, Virat.
the diagonal will be, sir, bisect means that an angle when we divide it in a half, when we join the opposite lines, it divides angle in half, which means it bisects the angle.
Okay. Bisect मतलब क्या होता है? Bisect करना
Divide,
मतलब
divide it into half.
divide into half. Is Virat correct? Bisect मतलब divide into half. Yes. This is maths as well as English. Bisect मतलब divide into half. अच्छा, not exactly. Okay, we have or not exactly. Okay, divide into two equal halves. अभी करेक्ट बोल रहे हैं? अभी किसी ने लिखा divide into two equal halves. Now is this correct? Okay. अच्छा, earlier also it was correct only. I'll tell you. Halves मतलब equally हो जाता है. Parts मतलब different हो सकता है. Halves मतलब equally होता है. So you don't need to write equal halves. Halves बोल दिया मतलब equally हो जाता है. ठीक है? But you all are absolutely correct. When diagonals bisect each other means they divide each other into two equal parts. That is, they divide each other into equal halves. So you can say OA and OC will be equal because a diagonal bisect कर रहा है. So that means OA and OC will be equal. And also OB and OD will be. Has everyone understood this? Yes. Bisect मतलब two equal parts में divide करना. So BD के two equal parts are OB and OD. AC के two equal parts are OA and OC. All right. All right. Has everyone understood all five properties of a parallelogram? Yes or no? Absolutely. Yes. कितना परसेंट समझ में आया? 100%, 200%, 1000%, कितना परसेंट समझ में आया? अरे बाप रे, आदित्य वो कुछ तो 1,00,000 करोड़% में समझ में आ गया. वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. 10,000%, परफेक्ट. अरे मैथ्स का टीचर हूं मैं. ऐसे 100 के ऊपर परसेंट ही नहीं होते क्या? तुम लोग भी ट्रिक क्वेश्चन था, फंस गए. ठीक है, एनीवे. So what we have to do now is we are running out of time. So we will log out. Okay, we will log out and we will re-log in the same meeting ID, and then we'll proceed with this. And when we re-log in, when we re-log in, one of you has a chance. One of you will get a chance. Okay, to win a surprise. One of you will get a chance to win a surprise when we re-log in. Okay, so फटाफट log out करो and then re-log in. Everyone, you all log out and then you re-log in. फटाफट log out and re-log in fast.